Hello there again. Today is day 18 of our devotion, or devotion number 18. And I'm entitled my devotion today, Doom, Gloom, Boom. That's what it will be for today. Wait, WhatsApp messages coming in. Okay, alright, there's one message. The COVID-19 virus, who made it, where it come from, prophecies by this person, that person, that person years ago about a pandemic coming soon, or pandemic this year. And you know what? Also many prophets jump into the bandwagon, giving writings and videos and speech, and saying, oh, this is the sign of the end time. Jesus is coming soon in our generation, and we are living in the last days. And some even predicting who is the Antichrist, the mark of the beast on the forehead, on the arm. It's happening now. A lot of which relating to this vaccine thing on this COVID-19. Oh, so many news, so many people saying this and that. Well, I tell you what, I hardly read them, and I hardly watch some of these videos, to be frank. Well, you can read them, you can watch the videos, but please, I ask of you, do not believe everything you read. Don't panic, and most of all, don't make major decisions based on some prophet of doom. Don't. There is and there are certain truths in them. But do you know something? In every pandemic in the history of the world, every natural disaster, political change like the rise of communism, during Mussolini time and Stalin and Mao Zedong and so on. Then there was World War I, and then there was World War II, and there was war here and there, and then there was the famous Spanish flu that lasted from 1918 to 1920, almost 3 years. And that killed probably between 50 to 100 million. We are talking about 50 million people killed worldwide. Then of course there were so many other pandemics, isn't it? There's the Ebola, there's the H1N1, there's the Nipah virus, there's the SARS. Do you know something? For all of these calamities, there were many predictions that Jesus is coming soon and that we are living in the last days. I want you to know, the last days begin at the ascension of Jesus Christ. When the apostles saw Jesus rising up and saw the angels telling them he's coming back again, they actually believe that Jesus will come back in their own lifetime. I want you to know something, church. I believe Jesus is coming. I believe he's coming soon. But let's not get into the panic button. For all the pandemic in the history, there were so many predictions. Are we to say, it has been 2,000 years and Jesus still hasn't come? Is that really the gist, the essence of why Jesus tells us he's coming? That we were waiting for that day? Then there was the Y2K fear. It was the year 1998, 1999. Many people, I've met some Christians, sold their properties, came back to my town, came to our church, and start telling us, Pastor, you must warn the people. Because of this Y2K thing, the computers that generate the year 1999 with just the 2-digit year 99. But what happened when it touched year 2000? 20 does not compute in the computer. They say airplane will crash from the sky. There will be no water, no electricity, and computer will break down. Data will be wasted. Banks will be messed up because they will not know how much money you have. And so what these people did was they sold their properties, they took out all their cash, and they buy a farm in a rural area. And then they start planting potatoes, carrots, whatever vegetable they are planting to survive this tribulation that they say that is coming. Jesus has warned us about the great tribulation. So it's coming, a Y2K. And so better live in a farm. Is that how we respond to the warnings and the sign of Jesus coming? To preserve yourself, to protect yourself? I told them, if the whole world has no food and only your farm has food, guess what will happen? You think the panic at the supermarket was bad? Wait until there is no food in the world and the only food is your farm that have potatoes and carrots. You won't be able to live long, mind, I'm telling you. What a crazy thing some Christians do. Crazy things they do. Responding to this so-called alarm that Jesus is coming. Now in this COVID-19 thing, Jesus coming. This year? Next year? Right after the end of COVID-19 virus? Let me read to you in Matthew 24 verse 36 to 44. Now learn this parable from the fig tree. When its branch has already become tender and put forth leaves, you know that summer is near. So you also, when you see all these things, know that it is near at the door. Assuredly, I say to you, this generation will by no means pass away till all these things takes place. Heaven and earth will pass away, and my word will by no means pass away. But of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so also will be the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and did not know until the flood came and took them all away. So also will be the coming of the Son of Man be. Then 2 men will be in the field, one will be taken and the other left. 2 women will be grinding at the mill, one will be taken and the other left. Watch therefore, for you do not know what hour your Lord is coming. But know this, that if the master of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not allow his house to be broken into. Therefore, you also be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. And in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1 to 10, but concerning the times and the season, brethren, you have no need that I should write to you. For you yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord so come as a thief in the night. For when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, as labor pangs upon a pregnant woman, and they shall not escape. But you, brethren, are not in darkness, so that this day should overtake you as a thief. You are all sons of lights and sons of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as others do, but let us watch and be sober. For those who sleep, sleep at night, and those who get drunk are drunk at night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and as a helmet the hope of salvation. For God did not appoint us to wrath, but to obtain salvation through our Lord Jesus Christ, who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him. Therefore, comfort each other and edify one another, just as you also are doing. Comfort one another and edify one another, even though as we anticipate the coming of the Lord. Some truth concerning the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ that I want to share with you and to remind you. Firstly, we are living in the last days since the ascension of Christ. It has been 2,000 years. Is Jesus delaying his coming? Is Jesus not telling us the truth? Yes, he will come. Are we to wait another 2,000 years? I don't know. But we are now in the last days. Why panic? Because there's COVID-19. You should already know we are living in the last day, whether it was the year 2019 or 2020 or next year in 2021. We are living in the last days. Secondly, the disciples actually believe Jesus will come in their lifetime. That's why they were so vibrant, so enthusiastic to go out and win the world for Jesus. Thirdly, the signs were told to us not to create a panic, but for us to look forward to his coming. This apocalypse thing, I think we watch too much movie. Wow, everything will end, alien will take over, there will be a disease, everybody die, pandemic. Why did Jesus mention about these signs? Earthquake, natural disasters, pestilence, wars and rumors of war. Why? It's so that you and I will look forward to the coming of the Lord, not to go and hide. Fourthly, we are to live as normally as possible, even when you know this. Now, someone asked, what would you do if you know Jesus is coming tomorrow? Just in case. We know nobody knows that Jesus is coming, all right, when he comes. But what if someone tell you Jesus is coming tomorrow? Or you will say, I will confess all my sins. Shouldn't you be doing this every day? Or I will start serving him. Shouldn't you be doing this every day? Or I will make right with my wife or with my father. Shouldn't you be doing this? This is a normal Christian life. Or I go and preach the gospel to my wife or my husband. Shouldn't you be doing it? Let me tell you this. If Jesus is coming tomorrow and you know it, you will just continue to live your life as it is, serving God, praising God, glorifying God. Be enthusiastic for Jesus. Be eager to preach the word. And fifthly, nobody knows when Jesus is coming. For some reason, some people think just because a prophet or preacher can predict, can give a certain time frame, that he seems to be more spiritual, that God tells him. No. Even Jesus said, only my Father knows. Even I don't know when I'm coming. Only my Father knows. How is it that that prophet know? How is it that any pastor know? No, none of us will know. It is because we don't know that we will be ready every day. It's because when you do not know when the thief will come and break into your house, that you keep your house secured every day. Isn't it true? That's true. You lock your house every day. You don't be careless with your life. And because you don't know when the coronavirus can hit you, that you keep yourself protected and safe all the time. That's the truth. Nobody knows. Should you ever hear somebody say, oh, Jesus is coming, let's go to the mountain and wait for him to come? This is all a load of rubbish. Number 6, we must be ready when he comes. That's the most important thing. Keep yourself in prayer, read the word, be ready when he comes. comes. You know, the signs of the coming are not for you to save yourself or for self-preservative or self-preservation. You are already saved. You who know Jesus, you are already saved. Why do you still want to continue living in this world for? When the time comes, we are going home. Our home is up there, not here. So no point shifting into a farm in the remote area, onto the mountains where nobody can find you, away from the chaos. No, sir. The reason why the Lord showed us this sign is so that we will understand that when He says He's coming, He is coming at a time we do not know. That's why we must always be ready. I think we will continue tomorrow. So much for what I've said today, for today's devotion. And I think Jesus is coming. I better go and hide.